You took the ball and ran a couple times today. Is that something you're trying to do more? And how nice is it to not get hit at the end of the play?
You know, just one of those things where just playing ball. One of the things I noticed on my off-season film study is just being able to make sure I can pick up positive yards on plays that could be negative, so negative yardage plays. So, you know, it's just one of those things that I worked on, and you know, just try to make plays for my team, make sure that the team is moving forward.
We didn't get to see Trace today. How would you, as his development, what are some of the strengths that he's shown?
Yeah, Trace is he's a competitor. He does everything that he needs to do. He's a very smart player. Every day he comes out and works. I love working with him, and he's going to be a really good player down the road.
Christian, how refreshing is it to look around and see a full complement of scholarship players out there? No more uncertainty. It's all about football. It's all about taking the program forward.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. It's going to be a process still. You know, we're still young. You know, things are still building, and we're still trying to put those pieces together. But you know, it's going to take some time. But I know that these guys are working extremely hard, and we are as a unit to make sure that we speed that process up as quickly as we can.
And after today, Coach says he has to hand the program to you guys for a few months until camp. So what are some of the small things and details that the leaders of this team have to do?
Yeah, I think it's just really going back and taking all the film that we did from spring, working on it this game, and making sure that we're in there, we're throwing, we're doing whatever we need to do, meetings with the offensive line, meetings with the tight ends, meetings with the running backs, and cleaning things up and going out and actually doing it, whether it be walking through, whatever it is. But, you know, just basically getting as many reps as we can, you know, without pads on, without full speed contact, you know, 7-on-7, whatever it is. Just get as many reps as we can to make sure that we're as comfortable as we can be going into camp.
How did Andrew Nelson look this spring? Did you see progression there as well?
Yeah, Andrew's gotten more and more comfortable. That kid works extremely hard. He's got a ton of ability. He's a very smart kid, very smart football player, and he's going to be a pretty good player, a really good player down the road. So he's still working. Everyone's working. I think that's the biggest goal for everyone, is just continue to work as hard as we can to make sure that we can win as many football games as we can this upcoming season.
Right now, we call it Godwin. How much better have they gotten since December? And what do you see from them? How much better can they get?
Both those guys, I think, have gotten more and more comfortable within the scheme and even within themselves. You know, it's kind of it's always a transition. You know, being the big fish in a little pond to now, you know, having to see guys around you that are all as the best that you've ever seen in high school. So, you know, those guys, I think they got more and more comfortable with their skill set and their ability to do things. And, you know, it's starting to show. You saw Saeed today make a bunch of really good plays, and he's got a ton of ability. So I think they're just getting more and more comfortable.
You feel you've evolved as a leader through this spring?
Definitely. You know, I think it's just knowing my role, what the coaches expect of me, how to get to my teammates. I think that's been something that I can take away from this spring and from that aspect.
Was it hard to be a captain as a sophomore?
You know, it wasn't tough. It was an honor because, you know, obviously those guys thought that highly of me to be able to elect me that. So it's a huge honor for me, especially with the tradition that this program carries and what that position within the program carries. So, you know, just try and do the best that I can with that honor and make sure that, you know, I'm living everything that these guys expect me to do, the tradition that has been laid and the foundation has been laid by the many players before me, and pass that on.
Christian, was there any alarm on your part after you got stepped on in the second quarter outlet?
No.
15.
Did it bother you at all? Did you shake it off?
No. Yeah, that was fine.
15. You're happy to get a few more reps. I imagine you were asked this before, but you didn't think you were going to get much playing time today. You ended up playing the whole game. I imagine that was probably a good thing.
Yeah, no, I was excited about it. It's always fun to be able to go out and compete in that type of setting, and work with these guys. You know, you look forward to it. So I was happy that I was able to have that opportunity.
Assess your performance. I mean, some good throws.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I thought as a unit I went out and executed pretty well. You know, there's some things that we all need to work on. We're going to continue to do that. So, you know, I think it was a pretty good day overall.
15 long spring practices. They're all so much fun, I'm sure. Is it nice to now take a step back a little bit and kind of catch your breath?
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome time to just be able to sort of step back, take some time, relax, and think about it. But it's always a process. You're always working, so you can't take too much time off. There's always someone else out there working harder than you, so you just got to make sure that you take the time to get everything ready and whatever it is you need to do, step away, get a release, yeah, whatever it is, and then get back with the guys and start working as soon as we can.
Were some of the things you saw today a reflection of kind of what you saw through the 14 practices? I mean, did it kind of translate?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a theme where we did a lot of things better, a lot better than we did throughout the season, but we still have some areas that we can continue to improve on, and we need to continue to improve on. So, you know, I thought that today and all of spring was a reflection of that, and I think that we have the guys and the people and coaches to make sure that we get those things fixed, and we're ready to go for the season.
What is your schedule like the next couple of weeks, Christian, in terms of when do you pick up a ball, when do you go out and throw with these guys again, and just play organized?
Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to leave that a lot up to the receivers and how they feel with their legs and the linemen, whatever they need to do. But, you know, I try and just get a feel for the guys and make sure we can get it as a unit. I don't want to go out with a couple guys. I want to make sure that we get everyone in there. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. We're going to organize it, whatever we're going to do.
How's your chemistry?
Two more for Christian.
How's your chemistry throughout this spring with the young receivers that you do have?
You know, I thought it grew extremely well. You know, I was saying earlier, they have become more and more comfortable within their skin. They've been more and more comfortable with their abilities because they all have great God-given talent. So, you know, just being able to work with those guys, get a feel for them, understand what they're seeing, being able to talk to them through reps in the film room, sort of get a general idea, make sure we're on the same page, and you know, it's one of those things you got to keep fine tuning and keep doing it.
The draft coming up in a couple of weeks, and you're not going to be in this one, but are you keeping your options open through the year, or are you approaching next year like you may only have 1 year here? You know?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. You know, I just try and go out and play as hard as I can, and make sure that I put my team in, do my role in making sure that I put my team in the best situation to win football games, and make sure I get everyone else around me to play up to that level and do the same. So that's what I'm focused on.
Thanks, Christian.
Thank you, guys.